I got a 1968 Mustang that I picked up in Florida. There's hardly, well, for most Mustangs, there's hardly any rust on this car. It's pretty solid. What I've done with this car is I got it ready to go on a rotisserie, and I basically took everything out of it. Here's the wiring harness out of the back. But you can see there's like no rust in the car. There's the original primer. Focus. I mean, this car is really nice. Here's the trunk lid. I repositioned the battery to come into the rear, and I'll tell you why. You can see the lines on the trunk lid line up beautiful. It needs new tail lights, side marker lights. I got new bumpers for it, front and rear. You can see the inside of the car, rear deck lid, straight. Let's see, no rust. The floors really aren't that bad. There's a little bit. Some simple patches could fix most of this. I mean, these, as you can see on the tunnel, there's no floor pans ever been replaced in the back of this, except for the front. And these will have to be patched or replaced again. There's part of the firewall, little fiberglass. Driver's side's not so bad. Here's the dash. I took the wiring harness out. Super easy to take out. I got pictures and notes and everything, and I have the wiring harness, which is fine. All the gauges. I put a B&M mega shifter in. I took the cowl out. I got a brand new cowl for the car because it was rusted out. You can see there's a Willwood proportioning valve, a new thing. I didn't paint it, so it's showing a little bit of surface rust on it, but a wire brush and some paint will look brand new again. It's a brand new master cylinder. You can see new shocks in the front. And yes, that is a coil from a 1988 Mustang GT, which I have a 302 fuel injected motor that goes in here. This hole here was for the ECM boot. The computer sat inside the car behind the glove box. This car runs with fuel injection. I also did a AOD swap on this car, so I shortened the drive shaft and had it rebalanced. The car is set up for a 302 fuel injected with an AOD, which I have on an engine stand in the garage. Runs perfect, had 70,000 miles on it, didn't smoke. Have Hedman shorty headers for it. The reason why I had to go with the shorty headers is because this has power steering, and most headers won't pass that gearbox. These are Granada disc brakes. They're brand new. There's the new suspension. I did the Shelby 1-inch drop. You can see it there. Makes the front of the car sit a little lower, and boy does it drives a lot better. This A-pillar had some rust, so I bought a new one. It just has to be welded in, so I have a whole new A-pillar for that. But you can see the rockers. This is the only bit of rust in the entire rocker. The under the car, you find like no rust at all. This is the only damage that I found on the car. There's a little bit, there's a hole here, and then across the strip rail there's a couple holes. Bend over some sheet metal, butt welded in, skim coat it. It should be fine. But I'm selling this car, and I'm going to show you the frame rails, if I can see them. There's no rust. No rust. Here's the battery pan. Just a little bit of corrosion, but no rust through. The car, when I bought it, came with a black fender on it from a 67. It didn't have the hole in the front there. So that's a 68 OEM. And that's it. Here's my 302 that I was showing you. You can see it's got a brand new belt, all new hoses. No muck inside the caps. It's not all corroded. If you notice, I got rid of the oh man, what's that called? EGR valve. There's also no smog pump on this. The smog pump is gone. And that's it. I relocated the dipstick on this car so it fits down here into the timing cover instead of in the side of the block. So this is set up to go right into the 68 Mustang. It's got the early model pan on it as well.